Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Diabloband. We're still playing as the assassin, or actually the assassin, which I never noticed before. I don't know how it took me this long to notice that assassin is misspelled. Anyway, we are ready to head back into the dungeon, of course. What else are we gonna do? We're level 12. Last time, I guess at the end of last episode, I didn't feel like spending even more time shopping, but I noticed that I had quite a bit of money, and I figured, I might as well go see what the shops have to offer. So I bought what little there was, an extra scroll of recall, and something else. I don't know. And then I did some gambling, and I got pretty lucky, I would say. I tried an amulet, which was, of course, slow digestion, but I figured, since it looked like you can have different amounts of resistance on different types of items, or on the same type of items, well, rings in this case specifically, I figured I would keep a lookout for some more rings and amulets and see if I can get something that's better than what we currently have. Well, what we had, as you may notice, we now have 2 rings of fire, and I am in fact wearing the new one. And this is interesting, the way this works, because they are not the same. As you may recall, we used to have 20 electricity resistance from the amulet, which I guess was just a really good roll, actually, and only 10 for fire, but now we have 16, because the second ring of fire that I eventually got from the gambler turned out to be worth 16. Now, for whatever reason, when you're already wearing 2 rings and you wear another one, it only ever replaces the second one. If you want to replace the first one, you want to you need to manually unequip it first to free up a slot. It's a bit cumbersome and a bit awkward, but it works. But what's really weird, and could potentially cause some problems, is that the rings of fire, even though they're not the same, they still stack. So when I take off, if I were to take off my ring of fire that I currently have, which, as we see, gives us 16 resistance, it would just go to my inventory, and it would just say 2 rings of fire. And of course, when I equip one, when I want to equip it, I can't choose which one. Plus, I don't see which one is which, right? But one is 16 defense, or resistance, one is 10. So it's really strange how the game still remembers that they are separate and have different stats, but it still stacks them and does not actually allow me to choose the correct one. So, I mean, with just 2 of them, it's fine. You can, put on both and see how your resistance changes when you take one off. But if we had like more than 2, 3, or 4, would I never be able to actually put on like the one on the bottom of the stack? Will they ever change their position? If I just keep putting them on, is it going to cycle through them? Who knows? Maybe we'll eventually find out. Maybe we won't. Right, anyway, so I got an upgrade, and that's all that counts, ultimately. I could put them both on for 26 fire resistance, but I guess, for now I like my extra protection, and also, I guess, ideally I would replace that one with cold resistance, if I could get some. I suppose I had cold resistance for a while, right, but it was only 8, so I decided the protection was more worth it for the time being. But yeah, we haven't confirmed. Rings can absolutely have more resistance than we had, and in fact we got a pretty decent upgrade. And also, you may have noticed the cestus that I also got, and that one is actually amazing. It's also +5 like the one that we got from the gambler, but it's actually 1d20 base damage instead of 1d10. Yeah, so that's just a thing. Of course, it looked just like any other cestus before I bought it. And then I bought another one, and that one was just a 1d8 without any magic on it. So, yeah, it's still completely random, and I just got really lucky with the first one. Anyway, obviously we're going to put that one on, put the new one on. Let's not wear it in the second hand. Let's replace the first one, and then wear this one in the offhand. Right? Because, yeah, obviously, I mean, it's enchanted, so... We're now dealing 1d20 plus 10 damage. 23 to hit. Good stuff. Our shooting is not looking amazing. Yeah, because I guess we're just not getting any bonuses. In fact, we're just being hindered by our armor. Considering that, we're still hitting decently, consistently, I would say, with our arrows. So that's good. Okay, anyway, we are going to just sell some stuff. That cestus... Huh? Please? Yes? There's... You have no room. Amazing. Okay. I mean, not that that particular item is going to be worth a lot. Ring of Resist Fire for 171. Amulet for 137. I can always sell to the black market, I guess, but obviously that's not optimal. You're gonna buy weapons though. Okay, 72 for the non-magical cestus. And 143 for the non-magical wrist spike. Right. Of course, I was hoping to see one of those when gambling, because I'm really interested in how good those could possibly be. And there's a Qatar, which is... I mean, I suppose even a Qatar, even the Claw perhaps, I don't know, could be way better than the ones that I've seen so far, and could be magical. Although at this point we have 2 magical cesti, so I guess anything lower than that is pretty unlikely to actually be better. I mean, the cestus could be better. It could be another 1d20 one. It could be better. It could be, who knows, how many damage dice it might have, or how many sides. Either way, I think we're just gonna head back into the dungeon, and in fact, I guess we're just gonna recall. Whoa, okay, right in the thick of it. I feel strangely lucky. Well, Redman Shaman, right next to him at least, that's good. Okay, we haven't even seen one of those. We've seen I think an undead Redman or something like that last time. Here we have regular Redman and the Shaman, and then we have some Dark Lancers. Okay. I guess I'm gonna start using Cobra Strikes to build some combo points, and hopefully I can keep myself alive here. Shaman is hopefully gonna be pretty squishy, so we're just gonna one-shot him. That works. We're gonna one-shot the Redman. Okay, thankfully it turns out that these enemies are absolutely no big deal. Okay. Cursed Gloves. Well, I guess I should have used the finisher on the final enemy to at least make use of those combo points and heal for what little health we're missing. Oh well. Magic shots. I mean, those could be worth a decent amount, since it's 19 of them. I guess enchanted projectiles are typically worth it. Cursed arrows, not so much. Do we have a 4th door here? No? Lots of cursed stuff, actually. I don't know about feeling strangely lucky here. Okay. Returned. I mean, we do have a really, really good weapon right now. That obviously helps. Not gonna help if and when we find ourselves being shot with fireballs or other bolts out of the dark. Like that. Okay, fire breath actually from the shaman. Interesting. But we also... Do we know what it resists? Oh, we're not looking at it right now. Hold on. May breathe fire. Okay, I guess we don't know anything about its resistance. I failed to use the rod. It summoned minions. There might be minions in the dark corner that we don't see. Let's find out. Nope. We hit the shaman. It's fleeing in terror. Okay. Reorder some items in my pack. Only because it swapped the rods around. Okay. We destroyed it. It's worth 8 experience. Not too bad. And it seems like those fireballs basically didn't do anything to us. Maybe we just hit some sort of threshold in terms of fire resistance, and 16 for this depth is just enough to not take too much damage from that stuff. Destroyed the red man, but we didn't get a single combo point. What's up with that? Well, no, I have 2, and once again, no enemy to actually use them on. Wait, I already checked these. Right. Where's the door? There's one. Not very helpful though. Okay. Silk gloves. Not sure if they're worth picking up when they're not magical. Probably not. Whoa, that was quite a bit of digging there. For... you know, not much of a reward. Nice, one-shot that shaman. Hold on. Ooh. It's my finisher again. Tiger Strike. Nope. Wait. Dragon Kick. I guess I could use Dragon Claws, the cheaper one, just to trigger the healing. So that's on 5. I feel better. I guess you drain health based on how much damage you actually deal. So if you overkill, you're not actually healing for the full amount, because I didn't see my health budge there, unfortunately. Magic, soft leather boots. Could those be for us? Unlikely. I'm blind. Ah, wonderful. Word of recall, sure. Rare Flail, hello. I was going to talk about how I'm wondering, as usual, what, you know, or whether I already found whatever might have caused that level feeling. No longer full, huh? Okay. I mean, we're obviously nowhere near leveling up. So I should probably just, maybe drink a light mana potion, which is enough to fill us up completely. Okay, interesting. Sure. Drink one of those light wounds potions to basically top us off and start percepting some things. That rare flail, which of course is not going to be for us, but it would be nice if that were Cestus instead, or some sort of fist weapon. I would really like to have any, you know, a weapon of anything, really. That would probably help a lot. It's +6, confirming that more than +5 is possible for weapons, which is good to know. Yeah. I mean, it's only 2d10, I suppose, but I guess I would actually switch to a Cestus of Shocking, even if it's only d10. Also, it's 2d10 instead of 1d10 or 1d20. I guess the damage difference is still... No, actually, wait. 2d10 would be better. Of course it would be. And definitely with the Shocking and the better enchantment. But it's not... does extra damage from electricity... provides resistance to electricity. Oh! Wow, okay. That changes everything. Cannot be harmed by electricity. I mean, okay, good to know. I hope my other weapons, my weapons can't be harmed by electricity at all, or else could we just find ourselves disarmed with our weapons destroyed by an enemy? That would suck. Anyway, okay, so elemental weapons give you the corresponding resistances. So it would be extra amazing if we could find a weapon of cold, also because it slows enemies down, which obviously would be useful. And I'm assuming, even though we're probably not getting a whole lot of use out of our offhand weapon, that would still provide the resistance, though. So, yeah. Okay, awesome. If only we could find some. Let's, sure, let's identify those. Although I guess with a stack of enchanted projectiles, you can always just sell the first one for the default price and then sell the rest of them, because that identifies them. Yeah, I guess I didn't really have to do that. Huh? Oh. UB. Boots. 2 + 3, so not really for us. Thanks, I guess. Okay. Well, it was a pretty nice floor. Nothing too scary here, and we got some pretty nice stuff. Even if it's just gonna be for selling. There wasn't any food on the floor, huh? We're already being slowed. Man, we desperately need more strength. But we also desperately need more of everything, so... yeah, good luck with that. I mean, I don't know. Are we gonna put more points into strength? I think at one point I said that I wanted to get to at least 18 constitution first. I suppose I do. Yeah, last time we put a point into strength because we had it drained. Western Kingdom's guarded by no one? This level can't be all bad. Guarded by... that's new. Assuming it's not completely glitched or just not implemented yet, which would be a shame, this should probably be Andariel then, which is certainly scary, because we have no poison resistance. But I was wondering, I think the manual mentions that certain iconic demons guard, or that there are a number of quests in the game for certain iconic demons guarding some of the dungeon levels. And since, you know, we don't otherwise have quests, they would come in the form of level guardians that you have to defeat, of course. Yeah, I mean, the fact that the message itself is there makes me wonder, of course, if maybe Andariel is in fact here and it's just not working correctly with displaying the name of the Guardian. But it could also very well be that they just didn't get that far. They never implemented that aspect of the game. But we'll see. I was definitely looking forward to eventually running into a Guardian, and I was kind of expecting it to be on level 15, because why not? But apparently it's already on level 12. We're gonna read the magic mapping here, for what it's worth. Something opened a door. We got a Death Clan. Resists fire slightly, okay. Obviously I don't love the fact that I'm slow. Death Clan flees in terror. Got a Dark Shaman, okay. Shaman hits me with a melee attack. And there's Andariel. Well, that answers all of my questions. You feel an intense desire to kill this monster. Okay. Yes. Andariel, he moves very quickly. Okay. Usually appears with 2 escorts. Is hurt by fire. Hurt by fire. Resists lightning, cold, and poison a lot. Good to know. Well, not a fan of the fact that this shaman is about to turn around and probably start casting spells at me eventually, unless it's just incapable of doing that. Maybe the fact that it came running after me and started attacking melee instead of casting a spell suggests that that might be the case, but I can't really rely on that. Now, before anything else, I think I'm going to start by casting Speed Burst. And we're taking a lot of damage from Andariel. That sucks. I was really hoping that she wouldn't hit that hard. I'm full, okay, but I did use the healing potion. I mean, we can use our finisher. We have 3 combo points. This is a bit dicey, though. Oh no. Okay. I guess the shaman just shot a fireball. I did not deal a whole lot of damage to Andariel, and I'm taking way too much damage here. That sucks. Plus we're about to get shot. Yeah, I have to get out of here. This could be the end of me. Over here. Okay. Ring of Resist Fire. I mean, thanks. Level Ring of Resist Poison. But we're probably not going to get one of those. Cure those light wounds. Ghouls. Destroyed the ghoul? Oh, okay. But there was actually a third one in the room. Okay. Got our teleportation back. Get a new hammer. I wonder if Andariel is making her way toward me. Oh, she couldn't, because there's rubble in the way. If only we had some sort of detection ability, that would obviously be very helpful. Oh, well, we know that there's a door here, so that's not nice. Hello, Batman Shaman. Okay. Like rogue. Okay, we healed a little bit. It's a new black rogue. Fleeing in terror. Serious wounds? Yes, please. Black rogue. Oh, you're back. Okay, Bone Archer is running. Huh? Oh, it's destroyed. And something else is destroyed as well. Nice. Birch Staff. Oh, Staff of Recharging. Wait, no. Never mind. Huh? Oh, it's Cure Light Wounds. Well, we take that, obviously. I just saw the message about recharging. And jump to conclusions. A Zircon Ring of Protection. Well, well, well. I'm gonna take off my current Ring of Protection. Actually, wait. We can just identify this one. It's gonna tell us the armor value. Use that. Okay. Try again. Yes. Plus 11. Okay. Well then, we take off that. And we wear that. Alright. Awesome. 60 armor. Is that going to help us stay alive any longer against Andariel? Probably not, but it might help. In theory, it should. Come on, I'm pressing wrong buttons all the time. We want to identify that hammer, I guess, for what it's worth. No more room for this. Yeah, unfortunate. What I probably want to do is drop all the unnecessary stuff that's weighing me down, slowing me down. Can't really afford to be slowed down here. I guess all of those are also weighing quite a bit. Okay, we also probably want to restore our mana. Fanged Helm. New Staff of Perception. I mean, there's a decent chance that this is just, this has more charges. Yeah. But I guess I'll keep the old one around for the time being. Magic Cestus, you say? Okay. That could be good. It's a 1d16. Plus 5, 1d16. Interesting. Very interesting. So we put that in our offhand. Yes. Instead of a 1d10, now we 1d16. Okay. Sure, I guess we're gonna drop the old one here. Good stuff on this level. Andariel is... actually, where? Okay, further toward the southeast than I thought. Hi. Who are you? Darkstalkers. I've killed at least 11 of these. Oh, okay. Alright. Holly staff. Huh. Failed to perceive once again. Huh? Really? Wait. What is going on? Identify which item. Or try identifying, yes. A holy staff of teleportation. Okay, interesting. The problem is, of course, with staffs and wands seemingly not recharging on their own. It's not really a lot better to carry around one of those instead of a stack of the corresponding scrolls. In fact, a stack of scrolls is kind of better because it's safer. So a stray fireball is never going to burn your entire stack, but it might burn your entire staff. I mean, if it burns your staff, it burns all of its charges all at once, and that would be unfortunate. So, in theory, I would like this, but in practice, I think I'm gonna just stick with my scrolls. Okay, Andariel, where are you? There she is. Okay, let's actually drink a potion of speed. And also cast Burst of Speed. She can hit to attack. Wait, that's still old. Andariel, okay. Very quickly. I mean, we're also moving very quickly now. I wonder, is very quickly faster than plus 15? She's supposed to be, or he, I guess, weak to fire. Okay, Andorra is burned. Unfortunately, that did nothing. Okay. Minimal damage. Yikes. Gonna hit once. Oh my god, we're taking so much damage. Critical wounds potion. Can I outrun? It seems like we're about the same speed here. Which is good, I guess, insofar as that means I can recover health while running away, but also I guess we can kind of run in a circle. Not really, unfortunately, because I did not remove that rubble over on the left. The rubble in that corridor is potentially a problem. Well, we can always teleport away. But of course, it's suboptimal. I'm gonna drink some heroism. Taking a hit in return, of course. Dude. Wow, that healing is not happening fast enough. Yeah, I mean, we're recharging the bolts, but the problem is I'm taking way too much damage. And they only missed me once. I feel calmer. Yeah. That sucks. No, don't do that. I failed to use the rod properly. Oh, come on. We can't win this one. It's impossible. There's no way. I mean, obviously, I had 1 potion of speed, so we're now officially slower than Andariel. The lack of instant healing is so bad. And how do you deal with a boss like this? Of course, it's absolutely possible that part of the reason why this game was never fully fleshed out, or developed further, is that the author realized that there were some problems that were a little bit, I don't know, that were not obvious to solve. Because obviously, you can't just translate Diablo 1-to-1 into a roguelike like this and expect it to work. Or maybe there is a way to do it. Maybe, I don't know. But what would I do? I mean, just be stronger, I guess. We can obviously run away. I did leave quite a bit of stuff on the ground, which of course I would like to pick up if I could, but it's easier said than done. And obviously not worth dying over. Specifically, there's that Staff of Perception that I would like. Everything else is just money. I mean, obviously I would like to take the rare weapon, which is gonna sell for a lot. I'm gonna teleport. Okay. Not sure if we're safe from Andariel here. Well, actually, yeah, no, we should probably be far enough away that she's not immediately gonna know where we are. Maybe, who knows? Or that's how it ends. I try to use my healing staff, I fail to use it properly, something casts a firebolt and I die. What was it? I guess it was that shaman? Incredible. Actually incredible. Good job. Yeah, killed by a dark shaman. The dark shaman that I almost killed with 1 melee attack that ran away, and of course it's capable of casting fireballs, and of course that dealt like 30% of my health because I wasn't that close to death. Well, at least we saw the first boss, and I guess now I know that if I want to have any kind of hope of defeating it on any character, I should probably be level 20 or have really good equipment. Damn. Okay. I mean, yeah, but as much as this sucks, obviously, I mean, this, okay, it's a silly way to go. It's definitely, I didn't expect it to end like this after encountering Andariel, so good job, game, for keeping me on my toes and surprising me. I really, seeing one of the bosses, seeing if the bosses were actually in the game, and making it to the first boss was definitely one of the things I was hoping to achieve at some point, and here we are, we did it. Of course, this character was looking really promising, being the first one that made it this far, and actually get some decent equipment. So I would have liked to keep it going, but, that's just not how this game operates, of course. So, do I just end this one? It's a 40-minute episode, which is not terrible, I guess. I could just stop here and start fresh next time, because, as usual, the game is gonna close anyway as soon as I, hit escape here. We could examine the character, but is there really anything to examine? Eye for info? Well, the stats are skewed there, our combat stats, because I'm under the effect of the heroism, I think, still. Obviously, we don't otherwise have plus 30 to hit. I'm using those, yeah. Oh, right, okay. I didn't get rid of the ring. I just put it in my storage. That makes sense. Right, anyway, yeah, I think I'm just gonna end the episode here. And next time we're gonna start with whatever the next class is. I think when I was talking about the ones that that were left in some of those past episodes, I completely forgot the Necromancer, which obviously also exists, and I'm very curious about how that one's gonna work. So it should be at least, if I'm not forgetting someone else again, should be Necromancer, Amazon, and Paladin in some order. Paladin is the last one in the list, pretty sure. But who's going to be the next one? I'm not sure. Find out with me in the next episode. As always, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.